Good morning. Today we're going to rescue the irrigator, the big irrigator down by Benson. I'm not really sure what happened, why it stopped, but pretty sure it's the manure pile that we have piled up on the one side of the field. I don't think there was any spaces in it for the wheels to go through, so I'm guessing it probably ramped up on there. That's my guess because I didn't see any slots in there for wheels to go through when I sprayed it twice. So probably have to go either pull the irrigator back off the pile or just start it in reverse and hopefully we get lucky. Then we'll have to dig holes or little passes through there so that it can get through there and go around the field. Yeah, I'm just getting stuck with manure piles the past couple days. Hopefully I don't burn this one down. Well, we found out it wasn't stuck on the manure pile. It I don't know what happened, but it dropped in a hole. We're thinking maybe the pipe running from the well to the center pivot might have came apart. So now there's a giant hole there. There we gotta go try and pull the wheel out. We'll show you what that looks like when we get there. But it's not looking good because if there's a hole in there and we were pumping it, might have pumped water into not water. Of course it's pumping water into the irrigator, but it might have pumped sand into the irrigator, and that's not good. So probably gonna pull it out and leave it. And we'll have to come dig a hole and check her out with a backhoe later. Need to get that fixed. It's all this rain that we're supposedly supposed to be getting. We haven't really got anything yet. I mean, we got a little bit last night. We haven't got much since that ½ inch. But we'll go pull the irrigator out and have somebody come dig a hole, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully we can get it fixed and back running, because this sand really needs water. I mean, the corn's looking phenomenal for being on sand, but just another day in the life of a farmer. So it's a good thing we brought the old skid steer down. Hopefully you guys can hear me talking, but it's hard to hold the camera while we're driving a skid steer. So we're gonna run this down there. We gotta change the bucket. Try and pull her out. Kinda sucks. I'm sick of running over crop, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, so we'll yeah. This happens to be the biggest irrigator, so it's gonna be fun. So, coming up on the tower here that we're having issues with, and there you have it. That'd be the reason why she safetied out. Boy, that's a mess. So yeah, right there, if you follow that, I don't know, you can't, down there farther, I'm sorry, I have a suction cup to the window, but there's a pump over there and it runs a pipe all the way to the center pivot, and there's probably a hole right here, so we're gonna hook a chain on her and yank her out and fix her up. So we're just hooking her up here. Koehl, the irrigator man's out here. See what we can get done. Nothing.
You ever done this?
Nope. Just pull fast.
I'm gonna have to go up there and hold the safety open.
Okay.
And whenever you see the wheels start turning, you just pull a little bit, like just really gently.
Okay.
When the wheels stop, you gotta stop.
Okay. Why is that parked?
It might be the first of caffeine you have back to the regular town. Whatever your orders, don't stay. Order your payment like any night ice coffee for $2. Or enjoy any night doctor. A transport pill for just $1.
So he's gotta climb up there, hold the safety so it'll let the wheels move, because right now it's safetied out. That way it allows us to run it, because as soon as we turn it on, it safeties out right away and then stops moving. So if he holds that, it'll let the wheels go, and while it's going, I'll be able to pull a little bit, but the wheels have to be moving when I pull it, otherwise bad things will probably happen. So hang tight, we're gonna get going here shortly. He's gotta get her figured out. About. It's kind of pulling me sideways, probably not getting very good footage right now, but we got her 90% of the way out. Oh, well, she's out. Well, really need to stop saying that. We're gonna go back to the farm. They're bringing the backhoe down at the moment. Well, shortly. Me and Kobe are gonna run back. We're gonna get some trash pumps, pump some water out. Or so we can pump the water out. We're gonna come dig that, check that out. Not sure if I'm gonna have a lot of time to take a lot of video of that, but let's see if we can maybe prop the GoPro up somewhere and just get some time lapse of it. I don't know. Andrew's probably not the guy that wants to be on camera, so I gotta respect that. You know, not everybody is all about being filmed. I try not to film a lot of people, but we'll see what we can do. It's gonna be fun. It's windy again. Windy, windy, windy. Always. Getting awful tired of it. So load this up, head back, do what we need, and we'll come right back down. So it's gonna be exciting. Playing in the water and the sand, get the sand in my eyes. That's I was standing out there. It's getting old, but it's gonna be fun. I love digging holes. So I didn't get a lot of good footage of what we were doing, just based on the one guy that was working with us. He's not really a fan of pictures taken of him or videos, you know, just the way he is. I mean, not just the way he is, so yeah, whatever. It's his religion. It's just fine. But, and I wasn't sure how the other guy was gonna feel either, so I got what I could. At the end, I took a little video of what the pipe looked like when we got done with it, but it was so windy I didn't narrate it, because you weren't gonna be able to hear me talk, because I didn't have my microphone on. I had my protective case on because there was sand blowing everywhere. But so what we found was in the ground the 8-inch pipe running to the irrigator pivot, center pivot. The splice had a hole in it. I mean, you never know, they could have broke it when they put it together, and it finally wore a hole through and saturated the ground enough and made a sinkhole so the irrigator pivot fell in. You never know what happened, or just eventually wore a hole through it. But we cut about 8 inches of the bad pipe, threw that out, and we had got a sleeve that we slid over it and put 2 rubber gaskets on each end and bolted that together, so that kind of sealed it and held it in place so it won't move. And that just covers the gap in there, and it sealed it up. You know, it was metal. Fired up the irrigator, and she ran at 80 psi, and yeah, nothing happened. So needless to say, that's just a day in the life of a farmer. Always fixing. Got to keep that stuff going. Now we got her moving again. Hopefully we got the stop set at the right spot so it doesn't come back through that hole, because we couldn't get the hole shoved back shut, because that whole pipe, I would say probably a good half mile of 8-inch pipe was full of water, so then we had to let all that drain out, and so it was draining into the hole, and we had a trash pump there pumping it out into the field, which turned it into a sloppy disaster because it's beach sand pretty much, and it was slowly all seeping back into the hole anyways. But it was just such a disaster we couldn't shove it back shut, so we covered as much as we could, just, you know, a few inches of dirt in there on top of the pipe. Got that covered up. We'll go back and finish it tomorrow, finish shoving it shut, and so far it was holding. Stood there, watched it for a good 10 minutes, but so yeah, that was an eventful day. It wasn't exactly how I thought my day was gonna go, but yeah, that ground needs the water. I mean, the corn is looking phenomenal down there for not a whole, like 3/10 of rain, maybe not a whole lot of rain. So irrigator's going again. Probably gonna just let her run for a while. Well, of course, after we shove the hole shut, I think we're just gonna let her run. And something crazy is that in one day, that pumps out 26 million, I think he said 26 million gallons of water, and it takes 4 days to get all the way around. So that's, yeah, 124 million gallons in 4 days. That's insane, but that ground needs the water. It really, really, really helps the corn grow. I mean, you can tell a huge difference from that field and the one to the south that we planted into the alfalfa, like I was telling you earlier. But it's looking good. Need the moisture, need some rain. We haven't been getting the rain that they've been saying we've been gonna get, but it's coming. It'll come. It's just really windy, so who knows? Probably just blowing it right over us or around us or whatever it does. Whatever Mother Nature decides, I guess. But sorry I didn't get a whole lot of good footage. Hopefully I got some decent footage for you guys. Like this video, comment, and subscribe. The wind sure takes a lot out of a guy. I'm tired, so I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day. Who knows when the next eventful thing's gonna come.